Venusaur, wait, no, Golgoroth, no, this guy's Golgoroth. This is our Golgoroth strategy, and this fight is mechanically quite simple, but to execute is actually pretty difficult and requires a lot of communication from your team. So how we're going to work this is we're going to have two guys in a traditional tank role holding aggro over the boss, and the other four are working on DPS. So setting up for this fight, you'll see Matt and I are going to be running the traditional roles of the tank. We're going to be taking aggro for the boss, keeping his focus on us and positioning him so that the guys who are doing DPS down in the bottom have the best point of view to optimize the DPS. So this fight is essentially a DPS race, and I find this is where most groups are struggling, is the reliance on the communication for this fight is really, really big. Juggling the taunts and positioning the boss in the right spot to maximize DPS is super important. So to start the fight, you're going to shoot the orb in the middle, and Venusaur will spawn. He'll come straight out, and straight away we're going to get a whole lot of ads spawn. Clear these ads. Don't race through it, but make sure you're clearing them at a good pace. Try to let a couple of the thralls, if you can, get closer to you so that the ammo drops are right on that staircase. So as you can see, we've got 3 people on the left, 3 on the right, making this ad clearing quite simple, letting the ads move up a little bit and killing a few in the back. This is going to be important for later stages because the guys down the bottom are going to be chewing through tons of ammo in the damage phases. If you're getting your taunts correct, you're going to give them a lot of uptime with being able to do damage. So the goal here is to let the ads move down, let some stay in the middle so that we can actually get the ammo drops when we need them. So as you can see here, Pro Shade Step, Hunter Master Race. But what we're trying to do, once we've cleared the ads, we will then set up for the next phase of the fight, which will then be juggling the aggro of Golgoroth and clearing those orbs. So we've got a couple of ads left now. There's going to be a yellow acolyte that will stand on the middle of that bridge section. Make sure the opposite team pulls that off. So left will kill the right acolyte and the right will kill the left. So now that I've got the gaze, I'm going to put my shadow shot out, position Golgoroth so that the team, as you can see, they're now jumping down. They've killed the orb closest to me. So we're on the left side, we've killed the left front orb first. I'm calling out now at 3, and Matt's going to pull aggro back to his side, and they're going to kill the orb on the other side. So now that I'm freed up, my role is to clear the ads and help damage the next orb if I need to. So you can see me taking out the thralls. I've put down my grenades for strong zone control, and I'm waiting for Matt to call out for me to pull aggro back. So he's calling out now. I'm going to do as much damage as I can on that transfer. So make sure you're actually shooting as many times as you can, so that way we get a little bit more DPS instead of just one shot pulling the aggro back. So while you have the Gaze of Golgoroth for your tanks, you're going to be focusing on killing these 3 attacks that come at you. So it comes out in lots of 3. Very, very simple. I'm fortunate that my Hung Jury has a high enough impact to kill them in one hit. So 3 shots and I clear it. I've even got extended mag, making it even easier. So as you can see, clearing the ads, making sure that my team has as much time as possible to focus the boss. So I've seen other strategies where one guy down the bottom will focus on ads as well. This is just a net DPS loss. For when the person doesn't have aggro up the top, they're not really doing anything except for shooting the boss, shooting the ads. Makes it a lot easier. Sorry, shooting the orbs and shooting the ads. Makes it a lot easier for your team down the bottom. So juggling back and forth, we're going to go through 6 times. We've got a really clear run on this first one. As you can see, tons of DPS. We've got 1 orb to go. We're probably going to get at least 35% of his health in one run, making that super, super effective damage-wise. A couple of things to note for the guys down the bottom. Try not to reload your guns. So use your sniper, use your heavy machine gun, then your primary, and then start reloading. This is going to optimize the DPS output, because while you're reloading, you've got downtime, there's no damage going out. Another thing we used as well is both Matt and I were hunters, so we had a shadow shot each time, and whenever we'd pull the boss, we would then initiate the shadow shot for the bonus damage, and the other titans in the group would use their bubbles to help block the ads with the Helm of Saint 14 blind, and also provide weapons of light. So now we've finished phase 1 and we're back, we finished phase 2 and we're back to phase 1. We're clearing the ads and letting the guys that were down the bottom pick up ammo where they need to. So it's super important that you don't rush this phase. You need to take your time, kill the ads as fast as you can, but take the time to pick up the ammo so that way, again, another Pro Shade Step, gotta love that new Hunter ability. But looking at getting the ammo so that when you go back down, you've got maximum DPS. Because if people are running out of ammo, you're losing DPS, and it's going to be a really tough time finishing this fight. So as you can see, the last few ads we're running through now, this last ad can eat a rocket to the face because I guess no one really likes them. We're setting up on the next one. I'm going to start damaging the boss when we need to, once everyone's in position, and we start that juggle phase again. So the 2 tanks, everyone's down the bottom. So pulling the aggro back off Golgoroth, he's going to focus me. I'm going to be taking out my orbs after I put out my shadow shot. So the guys down the bottom, what's going to happen is when we kill those orbs, there's going to be a little pool of light. You're going to stand in that and be doing crazy numbers, like telephone numbers of damage will be popping up on the screen for you. Again, 3 seconds, we're going to call out for Matt to take the taunt, and now we're going to damage that next bubble. So what I'm going to do this time around, I have no ads to clear, ads are down. I'm going to pre-damage the next bubble for the guys down the bottom. Now this means as soon as they switch back to my side and I pull aggro again, that bubble's going to pop straight away, giving them maximum uptime. So this is where communication and that forward thinking of being ready for the next part of the fight is really important. Because if I'm not damaging that extra bubble for them, it's going to take them another 1 to 2 seconds to kill that bubble, which is time that they could spend damaging the boss. So again, clearing out the orbs, jumping in the pool of light, juggling the aggro. So you can see here, probably tunnel vision and didn't call out the change, and we failed to capture Golgoroth's gaze. We were lucky this time. Sometimes when that happens, he will actually absorb one of those orbs and get his health back. As you can see, we've done tons and tons of damage. He's at about 30% health now, and we're just 1 phase away from taking him down. So now what's going to start happening, we're going to get taken ads, and everyone knows the taken ads suck because they do so much more damage and much harder to hit with all that glitchy teleporty crap that they pull out. But same as before, just like in phase 1, we're just clearing ads, let the DPS guys pick up their ammo boxes, and then the tanks will initiate the taunts again. So guys, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the fight. As you'll see, we'll be clearing out the Taken, getting onto that last phase, and then clearing Golgoroth. There you go, Golgoroth is down. As you can see, we got through with no deaths. Super clean run, except for when I dropped that taunt. But thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you tune in for more Destiny guides, tips, and tricks.